PhotoShop. So I've saved my image from Lightroom onto my desktop. I would drag that over, and here we are in PhotoShop. So my tools in landscape for PhotoShop: dodge and burn. So if I click on it, right click, I've got dodge, burn, and I don't use the sponge. Okay, so let's go for the burn. Yeah, so if I right click, I can pick the size of my brush. Okay, so when I'm doing skies, etc., I want quite a big one. Yeah, now if you look at the top, you've got an option: shadows, midtones, highlights. So we're going to go on the shadows. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to left click my mouse, keep it hold it down, scroll across. Now the more times you go back and forward, it's going to change. Yeah, so you don't really see it to start off with. Okay, very easy not to be able to see any changes. What will happen is, after you've gone back and forward a few times, it won't go any darker. I've got my setting here at 3%, very small. If I had it right up high, it will go really black really quick. Now if you look at the image here, I'm just going to go edit and undo. Can you see that? Just a slight little change, redo, I'll go dark again. Right, so now my clouds have gone dark, really makes them stand out. Now you can do your midtones and you can do your highlights. If they're a bit blown, you can darken them down. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to my dodge, and up here I'm going to go to highlights. Yeah, 3% again. And here in the sea, I'm just going to go across. If I go forward and back quicker, it will just apply that to the highlight areas only, nothing else. Not on the shadows, nothing else, right? So if I go back up and onto the edit, look at the sea, those highlight areas are just going to come bright again. Look. Yep. If I want to, I can do my midtones. Okay, so again, we're just bringing them up nice and bright. So someone said about the image popping, so now you can start seeing us popping. So if I go undo, yeah, it's there. Redo, I can go back. Now just to show you, if I now bring this right up, now watch. Yeah. Yeah. So to me it looks horrible. So if I undo it, it's changed it back to how it was. So that's why I use 3%, something like that, 3-5%. And then if I want to, I can go over it again to make it that little bit brighter. So I'm happy with that. Now, if you go to the top and click filter, there's various things you can do here. So I've got sharpen, so sharpened, and then go back into sharpen and sharpen the edges. Yeah, I just find that just really works well. Again, you can over sharpen it, you can keep doing it, etc, etc. Am I happy with it? Well, you can do some adjustments here. If you're not happy, you've got curves. So curves is a really good tool. Your bright areas, your dark areas. Okay, so if I can pick this and I can do this, and what happens, you can see this line is now bending. Okay, so these are the dark areas and these are the light areas. So the light areas got brighter, and so have the dark areas. Now I can now bring that back down, so my dark areas are how they were. So it's just the bright areas that have been made brighter. Again, you can just play with it. Yeah, so there it is. If I go edit, undo curves, it changes that image back to how it was before you do it. So again, you can redo it if you like it. If you like that little pop from it, brilliant. Now I do this on all my images. That's old school. I get it. Some people don't like it. Add a border. The easiest way to add a border, canvas size. Mine's set to inches, so it's 26.767 and 17.4. whatever you change has got to be the same in the top and the bottom. So if I'm changing the 6, it's got to be bigger to a 7. So that's 1 bigger. I must do 1 bigger here. So it's got to become 18. Here's my colour. I've got a colour of my border, so I'm going to keep to white and I go OK. Now you can see how thick that border is. I don't like it. Undo the canvas, go back in, canvas size. Now I'm going to go down to the point section. So 7 to 9. So it's gone up 0.2. So I must do that on the 4. So that becomes 0.6. Now I've got a smaller border. Do you like it? So now I'm going to go back in again. So I went up 0.2. So this time I'm going to go 0.1. So the 7 becomes 8 and the 4 becomes 5. And you can do this until that suits you. So here is my image that I want to keep. So I would then click, I'm not going to edit anymore, and then I'm just going to go File, Save As, and then I'm going to change this to JPEG. So that is what I would do if I was then going to change that, save it, and I wouldn't be doing any more to it.